18. 18. सबको सर बात कर ले एंट्री दे दे 20 हो गए. Hi everyone. If I'm perfectly audible to you, please type 1 in chat box, or you can show thumbs up. All right. Wonderful. Good evening to all of you. Welcome you in this session of chemistry session, first session of Genius Lab. Students are still joining. We'll take 1 more minute and then we can start the session. Good evening. Good evening to all of you. I hope my screen is visible to all of you. If yes, please type 1 in chat box. Wonderful. So let's start the session. I hope students have started joining, and we already said that you need to join 10 minutes prior to the session, right? So this information was communicated to everyone. We can initiate the session. Myself, Anuj Mishra, I have done my graduation from IIT Kanpur in mechanical engineering and 18 plus years of experience in teaching. I have also interned from IIM, ISC Bangalore and NTU Singapore. And when I wrote my J examination, I was highest in North Zone chemistry, in chemistry subject. I mentored top rank 2, 8 and thousands of ITNs, and in NEET also given top ranks. And I also qualified UPSC with chemistry subject. So with all these credentials, let's begin today's session. How many of you are excited for this session, first of all? Because I think this session is going to be a very special session. So I just want to understand if you're excited for this session or not. Yes or no? Answer. Answer in chat box. How many of you are excited for this session? Okay. Great. I can see almost all of you are excited for this session. Wonderful. So let's start the session. Okay. And so first of all, I hope you have idea about chemistry, and I have certain questions before we proceed. So how many of you know that chemistry is a very interesting subject? Yes, if you know, you agree, you can type 1 in chat box. I request all the students to please take your seat. Okay. And then with your notebook and pen, attend this class properly. Don't roam around. I can see like, who is this guy? Manan. Manan, please find a place to sit. Okay. Yeah. So I expect that you are taking notebook, pen, paper, and then sitting in the class properly. Right. So let's start. How many find chemistry as an interesting subject? Type 1 in chat box. You like chemistry? All of you like? Wonderful. Okay. Very good. Okay, let's start the session with a small poll. Okay, so I'm starting with first question. Okay, can you see the first question? Can you see the first question on screen? Okay, just try first question, not all the question. Okay, just wait. So I think there is some problem you're facing in that. No problem. Okay, let's come back to the discussion again. So as we know, chemistry has three major portions. One is called physical chemistry, other is called organic chemistry, and third is called inorganic chemistry. These are three different parts of chemistry that we have. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So we are starting with very basic topic, which is called mole concept, which is part of physical chemistry. Okay, physical chemistry. And we have organic and inorganic as well. Is everything visible on screen? Are you comfortable with that? Please let me know in the chat box if you can see, because this we are testing some new models also, and we'll be launching our app also. So we got the basic blueprint of app already, and we'll be like initiating that very soon, as per we promised, right? But meanwhile, I hope you should be comfortable in this whole what do you call discussion and whole approach, right? What we're doing right now. So just let me know, is it readable? Can you read these things which I have written on screen? Wonderful. So what is weightage of these three parts? Physical chemistry weightage, organic weightage. So almost it is one third for each, right? It's all one third for all three of them. It's not like one is more, one is less. It's almost same for all of them, right? So if that is the case, we should give equal energy to all three portion. And in physical chemistry, mole concept is the fundamental topic. Similarly, in organic chemistry, there is a topic called GOC, and in organic chemistry, there's a topic called periodic table. So these topics are known as foundation topics for your understanding, along with atomic structure and chemical bonding. So atomic structure and chemical bonding will also be here, will also be used here, and will also be used here as well. So these five topics, if I consider, these are like key topics of your chemistry subject. If you are strong in these five topics, trust me, your grade 11th and grade 12th chemistry will be very, very easy for you. Very simple. But you have to ensure that you answer everything and understand everything in the session itself. So let's proceed further and see what all we have to learn today. So I'm starting with a basic definition of mole, right? All of you have heard the mole, one mole, right? In grade 10th also, 9th, 10th, right? At least 10th we come across this term mole, right? So what is meaning of mole? We say one mole is collection of 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 entities. Now, when I say word entities, it can be atoms, it can be molecules, it can be ions, it can be electrons, it can be protons, neutrons, or whatnot. It can be anything, right? So 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 entities. If you collect these many things, you can call them one mole. It is as simple as that. We say 12 things together is known as 1 dozen, right? We are using this from like childhood. 1 dozen is how much? Constitution of 12 things or 12 entities. Likewise, if you take these many entities, which is called one mole. But before we understand this in detail, we need to understand one more thing, that what are atoms, what are molecules, what are ions? You should have clarity on this part. So how many of you know, please type in chat box if you know clearly that what is the difference between atom, molecule, and ion. If you know, please type 1. If you don't know, can type 2, I can explain. And you will know after this. Okay, so I can see few of you are typing 1, but few of you are also typing 2 as well. Wonderful. No problems. We'll explain. Okay, just see. So now, how to understand this part? Okay, what is the way to understand this part? You have seen different representations in chemistry. Like if I write C, it represents carbon. Yes or no? If I write N, it represents nitrogen. If I write P, it represents, yes, type in chat box. Those who know, what is P representing? If you're listening, you can answer this question. Very good, phosphorus. Wonderful. Very intelligent kids are there in the class today. And I hope all of you are going to crack J for sure. That I can sense. Right. Okay. Wonderful. So likewise, if you say carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, if you write these things, these are technically representation of elements. And these elements, when written in isolated form, right? Let's say you say just C, it is in a way showing you carbon atom. So what is molecule? Molecule is combination of atoms in certain proportion. For example, if I take one carbon and one oxygen, we can create one molecule of carbon monoxide. Okay. If I take one carbon and two oxygen, we can get one molecule of carbon dioxide. If I take two hydrogens and one oxygen, we can create one molecule of water. So what is molecule? Simple. Molecule is nothing but combination of atoms. You take in certain combination these atoms, it will be called molecules, right? Up to this, any problems? If you don't have any problem, please type 1 in chat box. If you have problem, please type 2 in chat box. I don't think anyone have any problem up to this point, but still I'm just reconfirming. If you don't have any problem, type 1 in chat box. If you have any problem, type 2 in chat box. Okay, great. Wonderful. All right. So we understood that atoms and molecules, what is representation, right? Now come to ions. When you use word ions, and the word is to be known, that is called charge. Charge is also there on ions. Charge can be two types. It can be of two types, positive as well as negative. Okay, it can be either positive or it can be either negative as well. So whenever charge comes in picture, it shows some kind of movement of electron from one place to other place. Right? Let me put a question in front of you and let's see how many can answer this question. So if you're given sodium, it becomes sodium plus. What do you think? It has lost electron or it has gained electron? Everyone, type in chat box. If sodium has become sodium plus, it has lost electron or gained electron? Awesome. Wonderful. Lost an electron. Excellent. So almost all of you are giving me correct answer. That's perfectly all right. So this has lost one electron. Hence, it has become a positively charged. Likewise, if chlorine takes electron, becomes Cl minus, it is called gaining electron and becoming negative. This is simple. Anything difficult I've talked about so far? So see, my teaching style is very simple. Whatever I teach, if you listen to me carefully, if you solve all the questions in class, I have given top ranks and 100% score in chemistry. I can ensure in JEE Mains. Even in advanced, my students have given 100% score. Okay. Full score in chemistry in advanced as well, or need also. Only thing you have to follow is you have to keep your concepts very clear. And you should come out of this mindset that chemistry is subject which is to be mugged up. That is completely wrong perception. Chemistry, it's not subject where you have to mug up things. Rather, you have to understand things. If you start doing in this way, everything becomes very, very simple. Trust me on this part. So atoms, all of us know. Molecules, we know. Ions, we understood. Ions can have charge, we understood. And charge can be positive or negative. Positive charge will be there if it is loss of electron, and negative is there when gain of electron. This much discussion is very simple. I hope without any problem, all of us understand this much, right? Any issues in this, any problems you can ask. Great. So if this is clear, we can proceed further. We can proceed further and understand a few more things in this regard. So I'm using this number 6.022 10 raised to power 23, which is technically a very big number. If you write it like 6022 and then almost 20 zeros, if assuming that all are zeros only. So this kind of number it is. Okay. This much big number you have to write. And if you collect these many carbon atoms, you may call them 1 mole of carbon atom. So you can think how big is this number. Every time writing this number will be very difficult. You can't write this number every time, right? So, you know, as like we make a smart understandings in chemistry also. And we say, we'll not call this every time, this number, that this number is 6.02 10 raised to power 23. Rather, we can say N subscript A. N, capital N. Subscript means writing below the actual line, right? So subscript is something when you write in a small letter below the given letter. And superscript is when you write above the given letter, right? So N subscript A is one symbol, or you can say N subscript 0 is another symbol, which represents Avogadro's number. What is Avogadro's number? It is a big number, which is 6.02 into 10 is to 23. What is meaning of this? So Avogadro number represents that if you take these many members of atoms, you can consider them as 1 mole of members. Simple up to this part. Yes or no? If yes, please type 1 in chat box, all of you, quickly, or you can show some thumbs up or something. So we have kept certain options open. Wonderful. All right, mind blowing. Let's proceed further. So this is clear to everyone. I think we're on the right direction. So I have a small question to you. So theory I have told you. Now I have a small question, and here comes the application. And this makes the difference. As I like, if you attended orientation session with your parents, right? We always mention this part that in every class, we are going to apply certain knowledge points, and we will check whether you understand this or not. Okay. So I expect that if you understood whatever we have discussed so far, you should be able to answer these questions. Let's see. So this is first example, and you can keep your answer in terms of NA. Okay, you can use NA. No need to give me answer in like numbers and all. You can use NA. It is acceptable answer. Let's start doing this. Let's see how you're going to solve this question. Yeah, everyone. So question is 0.15 mole of P4. Oh, by the way, this is our logo. This G you see right on the right hand side. So this will be the logo of Genius Lab. And today we are running the test run for application. Okay. So yeah, as per promise, we'll be launching it soon. Okay, come back to the discussion. Right. So try to answer this question, everyone. 0.15 mole of P4 is given. Find out molecules of P4. Try to understand. P4 is a molecule. Phosphorus is an atom. Can you understand this difference first of all? This is very important difference you have to figure out. P4 is a molecule, P is an atom. So you have 0.15 moles of P4. Moles, not molecules. I am expecting from all of you answer of at least A part. Everyone can give answer of A part in chat box. Okay. Keep your answer in terms of NA. Very good. Some of you are like very smart. They've given all 3 answers. Wow. Manan Vashist, Komati. Good. Just one request to all of you. Don't use Na. What is this Na? This Na is sodium. Okay. Don't use this Na. I have told very clearly capital N subscript capital A. That's a symbol. All right. So mole means what? Mole, treat this as if dozen is written. Okay. If I say 0.15 dozen, what do you do, right? You will simply multiply 0.15 by 12. Do you do this or not? Answer, please. That's simple or not? Dozen means 12. And mole means Na. So what we can do is, we can write in place of this Na. Okay. I can see certain students sitting on bed. I'll name Krishlai. Okay. If your camera is on, I can name you easily. Please don't sit on bed. I discussed this part earlier also. You need to figure out how to get a study table and chair and sit on table and chair for next 2 years. Okay. Not for all 2 years, whole duration of 2 years, but at least when you study. Yeah. So this is very, very important thing, right? If you really want to do like selection, get selections in J or NEET, definitely it's needed. So tell me, mole is Na or not? Mole means any number of things or not, right? Correct. So if you have 0.15 mole of P4, how many molecules of P4 will be there? Of course, 0.15 Na. How many got this answer? Please type 1 in chat box, or you can show me some thumbs up that you understood this much. This is a very important line. I expect all of you understand this. Everyone should understand this part.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, I'll take up your questions. You can raise your hand for that case. Yeah. What's your name? Siri. Yeah, Siri, tell me.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, Siri,
Yeah.
tell me.
So what's the difference between mole and molecule then?
Very good. So, okay, let me answer. See, she's having a confusion here. So I'll take you back again to the last page, right? So in the last page, we discussed what? We discussed how we are converting the given number. Okay, let me, yeah. Just give me a moment. So if you say mole, mole is representing a set of numbers, right? And what is molecule? Molecule is collection of atoms, right? So if we start this class, right, what we discuss, if you write carbon, it's an atom. If you write carbon and oxygen together, it's one molecule of carbon monoxide. Is it clear? So molecule is set of atoms put in combination together. Okay, in different proportion they can be, right? So there is a huge difference in molecules and mole actually. Mole is a quantitative term, right? Like dozen. Is it clear? And molecules is representing a like set of atoms in a particular combination. This question is 0.15 mole of P4. Mole means how many numbers you have, any numbers you carry. So what's my answer? This is 1 unit of P4. How many such units you have? 0.15 into any units you have. Simple. So let's say if I write P4, 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 how many times? 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 times. Can I call them 1 mole of P4? Agree or not on this part, everyone? That's very simple. Yes? All right. Good. So come to the next question, B part, atoms of phosphorus. Can we answer B part? Let's see. Are we in condition to answer B part? Okay. Let's try, everyone. B part is atoms of phosphorus. Okay, you got molecules of P4. Tell me, in one molecule of P4, how many atoms do you carry? If you can answer this question, you can answer this whole thing, right? If I give you one P4 molecule, how many P atoms do you carry? Please answer this. Answer in chat box. In one molecule, how many atoms are there? Now, if you can answer this, even a grade 2 student can give this answer, because if I know in one molecule, 4 phosphorus are there. So in these many molecules, how many phosphorus will be there? It's a simple thing, right? What shall be my answer? I'll say 0.15 Na. I'll copy as it is this thing. Multiplied by, please type in chat box, what should I write? Multiplied by what? Very good. Very good. Akshita, Soumya, Arpit. I hope everybody's participating. That's really great. And this gives you final number. Simple. Now the last question, first of all, tell me how you understood A part and B part. Those who understood, please type AB in the chat box. Those who understood A part only, they can type A. Those who understood B part only, they can type B. Those who have not understood anything, they should say none of the above or something you write. I will understand. Please type in chat box if you understand. Okay. B part, AB part, AB part, B part. Okay, few of you still not understood A part. Let me again clarify to you. Few of you understood A but not B. Okay, all permutation combination. Okay, let me repeat once again, because see, it's very important that this thing you understand and learn, because if you like have issues in this, it will be a problem at later stage. So this we have to be very, very clear. Okay, there should not be any problem in this part. Let's understand this once again. Okay, I'll again explain. See. Okay, so let us suppose I give you one carbon atom. Okay, now listen to me very carefully this time. And this time everybody should understand. One carbon atom. Now I give you 1 mole carbon atom. What is 1 mole carbon atom? It will carry any number of carbon atoms. Agree on this part? This much is simple or not? 1 mole Should not have any fear. 1 mole is nothing but any number of things. That's all. Okay. In my house, there are any number of chairs. So how many chairs are there? 6.02 into 10 is for 23 chairs are there. Impossible, right? But just I'm telling you. So this is the simple meaning of mole. Mole is nothing but a number. Okay. If you understand this, it will make your life very, very easy. So when you say 1 mole of carbon atom, you will say any number of carbon atoms. Simple. This is clear. Okay. Now let's bring O and bring 1 mole of O atoms. So how many O atoms are there? Na, sir. That's a very simple question. Okay, now do one thing. You take 1 carbon and 1 oxygen and make 1 carbon monoxide molecule. 1 carbon monoxide molecule. And let me ask this question. 1 carbon monoxide molecule, how many carbon atoms? You'll say 1. How many oxygen atoms? You'll say 1. Now let's say 1 mole of carbon atom and 1 mole of oxygen atom, we merge and we create carbon monoxide molecule. So how many moles of carbon monoxide molecules you have created? Use your logic. 1 mole of carbon, 1 mole of oxygen gives me how many moles of CO? 1 only, right? It's simple or not? So when you talk about 1 mole of C and 1 mole of O coming together forming 1 mole of CO, that CO is what? Molecule. Now read the question, it will be very simple for you. So the question is 0.15 moles of P4 is given. Find out molecules of P4, right? So Arjun has raised hand. I'll make Arjun co-host so that all of you can see Arjun also. Yeah.
Yes.
So I hope now Arjun is also visible with me on the screen. Can you just check? Yeah. So that's again, like these things we are also using in our application as well. Yeah, Arjun, please tell me what's your doubt.
Yes, sir. I had a doubt that you just said that if we combine 1 mole of carbon and 1 mole of oxygen, it'll become
Atom, oxygen atom.
oxygen atom. We'll get 1 molecule of 1 mole of molecule of carbon monoxide.
Exactly. Exactly.
Isn't it supposed to be 2 moles because in a chemical reaction mass can neither be destroyed nor created?
No. See, try to understand. We are talking about moles, right? It is not just one atom. When you do the reaction, what is the actual reaction? You say 2C plus O2 gives 2CO,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Or C plus half O2 gives CO. So if you're talking about moles, moles is already taking care of that number. It's a huge number. 602222300, so many zeros are there, right? So
Yes,
half
sir.
of that is a perfect number. It's not small number. It's not fraction. You get the point?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. Good. So I'll again withdraw co-host permission, and now I think you will not be able to see Arjun. Arjun will see me. Okay, all of you can see me. I can see all of you, but yeah, you understand, like, or combination. Yeah. So I hope ABC you got all 3 answers. Everyone comfortable up to this? Yes. So can we solve one IDJ question? Sir, this is too early to solve JE question. No. Why you're solving JE question so fast? Okay, but we'll try. Is it fine? Up to this is fine. Okay, let me just figure out what has happened to this. Yeah, I think. Okay, so these are the answer for the last question. I hope all of you got the answer. Check your answers. Any problems you can ask. Done? Okay, we'll proceed further. So atomic mass unit I want to bring, but after some time. Okay, just wait for a minute because that can be a little complicated for a few of you. So we'll come to first a discussion of electron, proton, and neutron. Yeah, Pragya.
So I'm still not able to understand this mole part. Like, can you please
I'll again
explain
repeat.
us with a example by taking a smaller number replacing NA?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. So we'll come back to this, Pragya. Don't worry. Right? Let me ask this question to all the students. How many of you understood this concept can type 1? And those who found it difficult can type 2 in chat box. Okay, few of you are finding it difficult. Don't worry. We'll understand. Okay, many of you are typing like too many 2s. Okay, understood. Darshil is like in problems. I can understand his feeling. Okay, we'll come back to that. Don't worry, right? Okay. Meanwhile, just understand one more small thing. Then we'll come back to again questions practice. Okay. We'll make sure that you understand in today's session, this discussion, right? Okay. So let's start with this further discussion. If I give you, let's say carbon, representation of carbon, you know, and atomic number is 6 and its mass number is how much? You write 12. I hope this information all of us carry, isn't it? Atomic number is the number which represents, in a way, it's like specific to a given thing. For example, if you say hydrogen, its atomic number is 1, helium, it is 2, right? Lithium, it is 3, beryllium, it is 4, boron, it is 5. So have you seen these things in periodic table earlier in grade 10th? If yes, please type 1 in chat box. I hope this is basic prerequisite. Everybody knows this? Okay. How many of you know that atomic number of two elements cannot be same? If there are two different elements, their atomic number will be different only. Do you know this thing or not? So it's a unique property of a given element. So if carbon atomic number is 6, it is not going to be assigned to sodium or some other thing randomly. Okay. So 6 is fixed with carbon, it will remain with carbon. You can't give 6 to any other member. Do you know this thing? If not, please note it down. That atomic number is a unique property. It is a property of a particular element. Mass number is, in a way, representing the mass of the whole atom. Right? We'll talk about it, what is meaning of it in detail. So that's where the concept of AMU will come in picture. Right? But since many of you are struggling in moles, so I'll bring AMU after that. That's why deliberately I skipped AMU. First you understand this and then we'll come back to that. Is it fine? So this number is atomic number. And this number, the name is called mass number. First you write down this much. Right? So for different elements, these numbers can be given to you. For example, I give for nitrogen 7 and 14. For oxygen, it is 8O16. Okay, for sodium, it is 11 Na23. For magnesium, it is 12 magnesium 24. For aluminum, it is 13 Al27. So it is like representation is different. So of course, the numbers you can find different. But which number is guaranteed different? Atomic number. There can be two elements with the same mass number. That is possible. I'll show you that also, right? Anyways, so when we talk about these things, what's here to understand? What is the purpose of discussion of this whole thing? How many of you know the structure of atom? I'm not asking about 11th level or 10th level, at least grade 8, grade 9. If you have some idea about what is atoms proposition, how it looks like. If you have any idea, you can please type in chat box that, okay, this is the way atoms look like. Everyone, please type in chat box that, okay, this is the way atoms look like. So what is the center core part of atom? Yes, please. What's the central core part of atom? Can please answer? That yes, this is central core part of atom. Nucleus. Wonderful. Excellent. If you know this much, that's more than enough for my understanding. Yeah, good. Nucleus. And around the nucleus, what do we have? Around the nucleus, what we have? Outside the nucleus, what we have? Very good. If you know this much, you can understand this whole thing. So outside the nucleus, we have different shells and where electrons are moving, right? Electrons are moving in different shells. We know that. Very good. So if I put it very simply, in simple way, I can say, if I put it in simple way, I can say that fine, this is, let's say this is your core or this is the nucleus. And let's say electrons are outside. In core, what is present? What is present in core? In core, we have protons and neutrons. All right. You know this much information. So I'm going to tell you a method or a trick with which you can check and tell me the number of electrons, protons, and neutrons inside a given atom. Are you ready to do that? Is it fine? Right? So how do we do that? See. So note down, number of proton and number of electron will be same for anything which is neutral, which is chargeless. And what is that number? That number is nothing but your atomic number, this number. Very simple. The one thing comes out very easy. If I tell you atomic number of an element is X, how many number of electrons are there in that atom? X. How many number of protons are there in that atom? Answer is X only. I hope this part makes very simple, right? This question is very simple. Everyone, are you okay? Aishwarya, Sri Rama, Gaurav, please sit properly and study. Gaurav Kashyap, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, fine. Very good. So let me put one question in front of you. Try to answer. If I give you a simple thing here that, okay, tell me in helium, if you just take one atom of helium, how many protons and how many electrons are there? Can you give answer in chat box? In one single atom of helium, how many protons and electrons are there? I don't think I can ask an easier question than this. And I hope everybody has answered correctly. Protons are equal to electrons, and that number is how much? 2. Clear? Simple. That number is how much? 2. Clear? Okay. How about number of neutrons? Number of neutrons are mass number minus atomic number. Note down. Number of neutrons are mass number minus atomic number. Okay, now if let's say it's given to you, 8 or 16. Tell me, electrons, 8, protons, 8, neutrons, how many? 16 minus 8, that is also 8. Yes? Fine. Come to this side, 7 and 14. Electrons, how many? Answer in chat box, everyone. Answer, electron, proton, neutron. Put comma and answer your numbers. Very good. Few students are interacting like anything. Excellent. Very good. Rashmi, Vaibhav, Veena, they've given right answer. Nafisa, Unnati, Ridhima, Komudi, Devyanshi, Aishwarya. Excellent, bache. So what's the answer? 7, 7, and neutrons are 14 minus 7, which also comes out to be 7. This is simple. This everybody understands or not? If yes, please type 1 in chat box. If everybody understands this part, this is not difficult at all, right? You can't say this is difficult. Mole I can understand, but this is simple. Okay, but I'll come to mole also, don't worry. My job is that you understand everything end to end. Any problem in this? Any issue in this? Any questions up to this? You may raise your hand. I can invite you as co-host and you can discuss with me. Any questions? You can raise hand if any questions are there. Yeah, I'll give chance to one student and then later we'll again give chance to other student. So now we have with us Yuvraj. Yeah, Yuvraj.
So you didn't explain C part of the question before
Yeah,
you
C part. Yeah, C part. I think like we have almost written that, and I understood like you can solve. Okay, we'll explain once again if you have problem in that. Okay, any problem in this part? This question? Is it clear?
No.
Okay, great, great. Now come back to again our discussion. Right. So I hope meanwhile all of you must have seen Yuvraj, right? Once he was co-host. Yes. Okay. Come back. Now, let's see. Can you answer this question? I'll tell you the story of this question later. Because first I expect that try to answer this question, all of you. Which of the following contain, and within bracket it's written contains, right? That gives you an idea. It can be single or more than one option correct kind of thing, right? Same number of proton. Think about it. Give some time, you can answer. NH3, 1 nitrogen. How many hydrogens? 3 hydrogens. I'm just writing for your help their configuration. Hydrogen is 1H1. Water. Water is this. 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, isn't it? Okay, HF, 1 hydrogen, 9F, 19 is the formula, right? So 1 fluorine, it is HF. This is water, this is ammonia. And phosphine is pH 3, 15P31. This will be given to you, don't worry. And 1H1, 3 units. Now, why I have written this? Think about it. The idea is, first of all, can you tell me in the given atom, what will be the number of protons? If you can count it, you can count for the whole members, right? For example, I'll solve one, you'll solve others. So let's say the first example, ammonia. Its atomic number is 7. How many protons it can carry? Answer quickly. Answer in chat box, everyone. Just nitrogen. Think about nitrogen. Very good. Nitrogen is 7. And hydrogen is 1. But how many hydrogens are there? 3 units. 3 units of hydrogen are there. Each will be 1. Can we say 3 into 1? Total how much? 10. 10 protons total in 1 unit of ammonia. Is it understandable to everyone? If yes, please type 1 in chat box. If you understand this whole example, ammonia at least. If you understand, please type 1 in chat box quickly. Everyone, many of you have typed 10 already. Good. Okay, very good. Now just apply this knowledge to other parts. And then I'll let you know that this question is taken from actual IIT JEE exam. Will you believe? It's an actual IIT JEE question. Questions will be simple in JEE. Only thing is your mindset should be positive. Your understanding should be so strong that you can solve the question without any problem. If you can do that, you are made for IIT and NEET, right? So that's what you have, your like conviction comes in play. Whatever you are learning, learn it in detail and thorough. That makes a whole lot of difference, right? First question is clear. Now try B part. How many of you get 10 in B part also? Tell me if you get 10 in B part as well. Are you getting B part also 10 or not? Check and confirm. So B part, 2 units of hydrogen, that will become 2 and 8, 2 and 8, 10. It's also 10. Check HF, 1 unit and 9. How much is the number? 10. Is that clear? Check the last one. Last one I want answer from all of you in chat box. Write the answer in chat box, everyone. Okay, many of you writing answer 18. Very good. Let's see. Is it correct or wrong? You'll understand. So see, this is 3 multiplied by 1, which will be 3 and 15. 15 and 3, 18. Read the question carefully. Which of the following contain or contains same number of protons? I have calculated proton here, 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 here. Now tell me which answer should I mark? Answer will be ABC. Wonderful. Many of you have given correct answer also ABC. Everybody should understand this question. If not, you can type 2. If yes, please type 1 in chat box. Everyone should understand this question. Everyone. And for the class duration, keep your mind completely occupied in class. Okay, don't get distracted. अभी कोई आपके बगल से आ गया, ठीक है? मम्मी ने बुला लिया, बेटा इधर आ जाओ, पानी पी जाओ, खाना खा जाओ, ये सब नहीं. पढ़ो उस समय, पूरे फोकस से पढ़ो. Because this is, see, we'll not be conducting too long class, but we want your attention in this duration which we are providing. Hence, this duration of 1 hour is equivalent to 1.5 or 2 hours of any offline class. Because first, this is very concise. The selection of problem will be really great, where you'll be taken to the higher level very, very fast. And you will understand also everything. That's also a commitment that will not take you like randomly something. We'll make sure that everything comes into your head and you understand this properly. And next time any question comes in exam, you can solve for sure. That's our aim. That's what we are doing here, right? So you should be very, very focused. That's what we expect from all of you, right? And I hope you have made a separate notebook for chemistry. अभी वो उसी में नहीं चल रहा है, वो बचपन में एक पुस्तिका बनाई थी, उसी में चल रहा है सब, फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री मैथ्स बायो लिख लेते हैं जब पढ़ाया जाता है, ऐसा वाला तो नहीं कर रहे यार। कैलेंडर वगैरह डायरी वगैरह तो नहीं लिख रहे हो, एक नोटबुक बना लो केमिस्ट्री की, ठीक है? डायरी कैलेंडर में नहीं नोट करना है, अच्छे से नोट करना है, राइट? कुछ लोग क्या होता है पर्चे में लिख लेते हैं कि छोटा सा नोट कर लिया सर ने आज क्लास पढ़ाई, ये वाला काम नहीं करना है, राइट? या Siri want to say something?
Yes.
Yeah, please unmute.
Yeah. So regarding the concept, you had mentioned that only chargeless, neutral ions and
Not
things like that
chargeless
have
neutral things, not ions. Ions will have charge.
species.
Yeah.
Chargeless neutral ions are only capable of having number of protons equal to number of electrons. So how do we identify which are neutral and which are not?
No, see, chargeless entities, right, which will not have charge. If charge is there, they will put plus or minus, right? If I write Na plus, you should know that electron proton will not be equal. But if I write Na, there's no charge, electron proton will be equal. If I write Na2SO4, there's no charge, overall compound, there's no charge, right? We can say electron protons will be equal. If I write SO4 minus 2, it will not be equal. Simple. So we'll go into detail of that as well. Fine. Let's come to the next discussion. Yeah. Okay, we'll give mic, right? Just please wait. Let's complete some more things and I'll try to give as many as mics possible. Don't worry. And I'll take your doubts also towards the end. Okay. Each and every student doubt will be clarified in class. Don't worry. Okay. Shalom. Let's see some more things, few more things. So one thing is clear, electron, proton, neutron, you can easily calculate for anything, right? Okay. And you also understood this question. This much is clear. Okay. Now let's go back to the next thing. As Siri has put a valid question, sir, if it is charged, what to do? How to count? So let's see. If it is Na, 1123, what is electrons count? 11. Protons count 11, right? This is simple. Neutrons count 23 minus 11, that's how much? 12. Any problem in this, first of all, everyone? Okay. Now make Na plus. And as you know, when Na becomes Na plus, we have to remove one electron. Correct? When one electron is removed, electron becomes how much? Number of electron became how much? From 11 to 10, right? Protons remain same. Neutrons remain same. There's no change. Only the number of electron reduced by 1, which has been stricken off or removed, right? So understand, electrons have negative charge. Protons have positive charge. This much information all of you have. I know that you have. I'll not talk about this, right? That much all of you should know also. Electrons are negatively charged particle, protons are positively charged particle, and the charges are of equal magnitude. And if it is about magnitude, it is minus 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulombs. Okay. I hope this is something which I expect that you should know. Anyone who is not knowing this, please type 2 in chat box. I can explain in detail if you don't know. I hope this is something in grade 9, 10th, you know, right? We know, sir. Okay, Aditya Kumar is telling. Others, I'm just asking one thing. Electronic charge is 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulombs, which is a unit of charge. You know this, all of you? No, not. No, great. If you know, fine. If you don't know, it will not be required at this moment. Whenever it is, we'll let you know. So electrons are 10 in number, protons are 11 in number. So which charge will it be? Tell me. Protons are more in number, electrons are less in number. 10 electrons can cancel 10 protons, simple maths, but there is one extra proton. So what is that will represent? Can I say one extra charge plus 1? That's why Na is Na plus. In simple words, you can understand this. So if anything is getting a positive charge, that means it is losing out electron. So if electrons are coming out, can I say by n number, there will be a positive charge of n value. Simple. This A is atomic number. This B is mass number. And this N is charge. And X is element. So what is written in this bracket? Number of electrons will be A minus N if there is a positive charge of N. I hope that's very simple logic is mentioned here, right? Okay, let me ask a question to just clarify whether I understand this or not. Mg plus 2, magnesium is 12 and 24. Quickly, electron, proton, neutron here, electron, proton, neutron here. फटाफट बताइए इसका. Let's start with 12 Mg24. What's the answer? 12 Mg24 and then Mg plus 2. First, you answer for 12 Mg24 in chat box. Quickly, everyone. 12, 12, 12. No doubts? Very good. The second one. Electron, proton, neutron. Mg is plus 2. Wonderful. 10, 12, 12. Excellent. You understood? That's what. 10, 12, 12. Why 10, 12, 12? Because this time, this is 12, 12, 12. This is 10, 12, 12. So number of electrons are 2 less in number. Hence, there is a positive charge of plus 2 value. Very simple. Okay. Now, same applies for the negative. If it is negatively charged, you have to add electron. That's all. I hope this is simple to everyone. Can you do that? So if I take example of some negative thing, you can also do that accordingly. If everyone is on same page up to this, I can take quickly one more example here. So let us suppose you are given 20 ions of Al plus 3. 20 ions of Al plus 3. So Al plus 3 has how much charge? Plus 3. What is plus 3 representing? Plus 3 representing 3 times 1.6 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulombs. Is that clear? That is the magnitude of one electronic charge. Or we can say this is the magnitude of one electronic charge or one proton charge. You have 3 plus, so 3 times this. You have 20 ions, so 20 times this. Simple maths. If I give you 1 ion of Al plus 3, how much is the charge on this? So plus 3 charge is there. Plus 3 charge means how much in coulombs? So plus 3 charge value, one charge value is how much? 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. If there are 20 ions, what's the answer? You'll say 20 times this number. Don't forget to keep the plus charge because it's a positive charge. So you should mention charges plus. A very simple question it is. Okay, let me make it slightly more difficult. If I say 20 moles of ions, then what you're going to multiply in this? Tell me. This is 20 ions and I'm making it 20 moles of ions. Just tell me what should I multiply into this in chat box. Those who have heard me carefully in initial phase, they can answer. Na means what? Na means 1 mole. Na means 6.02 10 raised to the power 23. So what shall I multiply? Na. That's all. If you multiply Na, mole will take care of other things. Or those who are finding Na as a difficult term, you can write 6.02 10 raised to the power 23. If you find that is simple. Is it clear? Comfortable up to this part? Discussion is clear? Wonderful. Now this question. Calculate the number of electrons, protons, and neutrons in 1 mole of O2 minus ions. Let's see how we can give answer this time. Oxygen's formula is 8O16. So you should not worry about the formula. I'm providing it beforehand. Let's see your answer. Let us see your answer for this question. Okay. I'll give you a method also. And these are small methods that we have developed when we were student and we were learning. You can also use it. 8O16, electrons 8, protons 8, neutrons 16 minus 8, that's 8. Now you have written O2 minus. So next you write down O2 minus. What is meaning of 2 minus? Negative charge means Loss of electron or gain of electron? Please answer. Gain of electron. 2 negative. Extra electrons are joining. So can I add +2 here? Will you agree on this part? So how many electrons are there? 10 protons, 8 neutrons, 8. But this is about one single ion of O2 minus. One single ion of O2 minus. Think about it. One single ion of O2 minus. You have how many? You're not having just one single ion. You have 1 mole of O2 minus. And mole is a big thing. Mole is 6.02 10 to the 23 units. Na number of units. Can you conclude the answer? What shall I do? One single, I know the value. 1 mole, we want the value. What should I multiply? Please answer in chat box quickly. What shall I multiply? What you have done the last question? 20 ions, 20 moles of ions. What you have multiplied? Na. One single ion, this is the number. 1 mole ions, what's the number? Yes? I hope I can expect that you can give this answer. Very good. So one student has given complete multiplication. Pratik, 6.02 to 10 is what it is. Very good. So what's the answer? 10 Na, 8 Na, and 8 Na. That's it. Job is done. Simply you will multiply Na, and it's all over. Is it not very simple? These kind of questions are asked in the initial phases, okay, of examination like JEE mains or NEET. Not advanced. Advanced will be slightly more difficult. It's not that easy, but JEE mains and NEET level, we can see certain questions of this type in earlier stages also. Are you comfortable with this? Maybe direct or indirect. Right. So your answer is 10 Na, 8 Na, 8 Na. I have the same we got. Check your answer. 10 Na, 8 Na, 8 Na. And you can write 6.02 10 to the power 23. That will increase your job. If you want to save your time, you can write just Na. Na or N naught or Avogadro's number or 6.02 to 10 to the power 23. It's all same. Or 1 mole. It's all same. There's no difference. Okay. You can write any of these things. But see, you'll not definitely write Avogadro's number. It doesn't look good. 8 Avogadro's number. So you will prefer writing this, or maybe this. Or you can say 8 mole also. That's completely fine. You can say 8 moles. That's agreeable. 10 moles, 8 moles, 8 moles. That's a perfect answer. If that option is available. Okay. Now, before I proceed to gram atoms, gram molecule, gram ion, I'll go back to the earlier discussion where we have left. And we will understand. Once again, we'll spend some time because one student mentioned that C part we have not discussed. Okay, so we can complete C part also. I think Yuvraj. So Yuvraj was not very happy because he said, "Sir, C part aapne chhod diya." So we'll come back to C part. We'll solve C part for Yuvraj. So question was like this: 0.15 mole of P4 is given. 0.15 moles of P4 are given. And question is how many molecules are there? So moles are nothing but Na units. So you can say 0.15 into Na units are there. What are units? P4 units. P4 is what? Molecule. So how many molecules are there? 0.15 Na molecules. Is it clear or not? There's nothing to solve in first part. P4 is a molecule. Question is how many P4 molecules are there? You have to tell 0.15 moles are there. 0.15 into Na. That's the answer. Okay. In one P4, how many phosphorus are there? In one P4, how many phosphorus do you see? 4. 4 atoms in one P4 unit or in one P4 molecule, as you can write. So in these many P4, how many P will be there? 0.15 Na into 4, which is 0.6 Na. So look at the second answer. These answers are clear? Okay, now read this answer. What is this written? 0.6 Na atoms of phosphorus. Okay. The third question was, how many moles of P atom are there? How many atoms are there? 0.6 Na. What is Na called? Mole only. Na means mole. So how many moles of P atoms are there? 0.6 moles. Again, no need to solve anything. If you got B answer, C answer is already derived from B answer. 0.6 Na atoms of P is same as 0.6 moles of P. Any doubts? नहीं आया समझ सीरी को बिल्कुल समझ में नहीं आ रहा है बोले क्या चल क्या रहा है आज क्या पढ़ा रहा है ऐसा लग रहा है ओके ठीक है जिनको बिल्कुल भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है एक बार फिर से मैं रिपीट करता हूँ ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड वन मोर टाइम ओके अल्टीमेटली समझ में आ जाएगा डोंट वरी है ना मतलब क्लास खत्म होने से पहले सब समझ में आ जाएगा ये एम है लेट्स ट्राई वन मोर टाइम ठीक है एक और प्रयास किया जाएगा समझाने का फिर से सुनना ध्यान से सुनना ठीक है इस बार सबको समझ में आएगा इफ यू आर राइटिंग एटम्स इट इज सिंपल व्हाट आर दीज एटम्स है एटम्स पहचानते हैं एटम्स कैसे लिखे जाएंगे दिल बी रिटन इन लाइक सिंपल आइसोलेटेड फॉर्म दीज आर एटम्स so I'm just writing these are called atoms or element representation of isolated form is atoms you can say that way now next if I say combination let's say I take 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen NO N2 NO2 PCl5 okay Pi3 etc so what are these are combination of atoms combination of atoms which are also known as molecules here okay this is like one unit which is called molecule so I can say one molecule of CH4 has how many carbons 1 carbon how many hydrogen 4 hydrogen what atoms I hope this much you understand there's nothing great I have told in this it's very simple discussion. Okay, if I ask this question, in one molecule of PCl5, how many phosphorus atoms are there? 1 P atom. And how many chlorine atoms are there? Can you type in chat box just to check whether you are listening to me or not? How many chlorine atoms? 5. Very good. 5 chlorine atoms. Wonderful. इतना आगे समझ में? अच्छा. इसमें कोई दिक्कत किसी को? Anyone facing any problem, any issues in this? Can type 7 in chat box. I'll see quickly if anyone typing 7. वैभव को बुलाते हैं यार वैभव आओ कहाँ हो चुप है वैभव रेज योर हैंड इसमें क्या दिक्कत आ रही है वैभव yeah you can ask your doubt what is the problem in this गलती से दबा दिया 7 कोई बात नहीं चलो let's go back so I hope there is nothing to be discussed in this very simple right okay now let me put it this way you have one dozen carbon atom dozen you know dozen means what 12 1 dozen carbon atom will have how many carbon atoms answer in chat box 12 1 dozen CH4 molecules. How many CH4 molecules will be there? 12, of course, like very simple thing. 1 dozen PCl5 molecules. How many PCl5 molecules will be there? 12. 1 dozen NO2 molecules. How many NO2 molecules will be there? 12. Likewise, 1 mole is this number 6.02 10 raised to power 23. Big number. Because see, atoms are very small. That's why 12 will not work here. So we need a huge number, which is this number. 6.022 multiplied by 10 raised to power 23, which is a very, very big number. 1 mole is equivalent to this much, these many numbers, as 1 dozen is equal to 12. So if somebody say 1 mole of carbon atoms, you say 12 carbon atoms. Now repeat this statement as 1 mole of carbon atom is how many carbon atoms? 6.02 to 10 raised to power 23 carbon atoms. Isn't it not simple? If you say 1 mole of CH4 is 1 dozen of CH4 is 12 molecules of CH4. So why not 1 mole of CH4 is 6.02 to 10 raised to power 23 units of CH4? Exactly same logic I'm applying. There's no difference. Mole to dozen, this to this. Now, I hope by this time you must have felt that writing this number 6.02 to 10 is for 23 is very, very complicated. You can't write this number every time. So we need some symbol or some kind of representation which can make this representation easier, or which can make you understand this in very easy way. Okay, fine. Let's write in this place Na. It's taken as same only. Don't you think this makes your job easier? Correct. So what we are doing is we are just calling one mole as Na number of things, as 1 dozen is 12 number of things. Now let me ask any question. If I give you 0.15 moles of CH4, so how many units of CH4 are there? You will say 0.15 into Na units are there. If I say 0.15 dozen of CH4 is given, so how many units are there? 0.15 into 12 units are there. Correct? Is that simple or not? That's what we are doing. Now, I hope Siri has also understood. Everyone has understood this. So this complete discussion makes sense. And we understood these questions also. Now, before we proceed for AMU, because I think we don't have much time also, I want to ensure that whatever we have learned, we solve certain questions on it and close the discussion, okay? Rather than doing a new concept altogether. So I'll take you to certain questions. Please try to answer. I'll take you directly to the poll. Okay, can you see this poll? Is something visible on your screen? No? Just give me a second. Okay, can you see certain questions on your screen? Yes, let me make one co-host. Siri, you please come as co-host. Yeah. Can you just tell me what all you can see on screen?
So we can see this pop-up which says polls, and it's mole concept warm-up.
Correct. And how many questions you can see in this poll?
6.
6 questions. So I'll give you, all of you, 5 minutes to solve these 6 questions. Okay, and submit your answers. Can you do that? And then we can close discussion also. Start, everyone. We are not giving individual question choice, like you take whatever time you want to take, but overall poll, I'll end in 5 minutes, let's say. Let's start. Identify the molecules amongst the following. That's the first question. So, can you give answer to this? Are you able to give your answers? Okay, good. First question. Try to answer. Last few minutes. Everybody's not participating. I can see that. Everyone has to participate in these questions, right? And don't guess, right? If you know, then I'll mark the answer. Like I'm getting all answers you're marking. A, B, C, D, everyone is marked. Every answer is marked, right? The first question is identify the molecules among the following. This we have done in class. Is P a molecule? Is water a molecule? Is nitrate a molecule? Is ammonium a molecule? There's the first question. Think carefully. P is this water. I hope you can see my screen also. The other screen. Yes or no? Black one. Okay. P water, NO3 minus, and ammonium. Ammonium is this NH4 plus. Now in this, which one looks like molecule? These are ions or radical, we can say. We call them radical. Okay. Negative radical or negative ions basically. But what is molecule in this? This one, H2. Simple. First question is clear. Go to the second question. Identify the radicals among the following. Now, already second question, I should not answer. Can you answer second question now? I have given answer in the first question only. What should be the answer? Ammonium radical. Correct? Right? Second question is ammonium radical. Third question. Now everybody is answering very fast. One molecule of carbon dioxide carries how many O atoms? Carbon dioxide formula is this. If you take one molecule, not one mole, one single molecule, not mole, read carefully. How many O atoms? What should be answer? Answer is 2. Nothing. It's a very simple question. Next question. Total number of protons in 36 ml of water at 4 degrees Celsius. Now this is a slightly tricky question, but I think for you guys it's not a tricky question because water is H2O and 4 degrees Celsius, 1 gram is 1 ml. This information is told to you like from grade 6 or 7. Density of water is 1 gram per ml. Density of water is 1 gram per ml. Yes or no? At 4 degrees Celsius. It is told for today because they were teaching. They know like in chemistry class someday this question will be asked. So they were telling you for so many years. Right. Anyway, just kidding. So 36 ml is how many grams? 36 grams. Right. Now, molecular weight we have not discussed today. So I think this question can be slightly difficult for few of you. But those who know, water molecular weight is how much? 2 plus, yes, 16. This is 18 gram per mole. This is not discussed. Again, I'm telling question number 4 we have not covered in today's class. It is kind of out of syllabus. So don't worry too much. You will divide it by 18 grams per mole. You'll get number of moles coming out 2. And then you will talk about number of protons, which will be 2 into Na into 10. So correct answer is 20 Na, but this is out of syllabus at this moment. Question number 4. Question number 5. 3 moles of ammonia contains, yes. Can you answer? Ammonia is NH3. NH3. Right? What is weight of 1 mole of ammonia? N is 14 unit, H is 3 units, 17 units, right? 17 grams. So this discussion, weight and mole discussion, I think we will hold it for a moment because question 4 and 5 we'll be doing in the next class. Right? Once you complete AMU, moles, mass, it will be much easier. Come to 6th question. Which of the following contains same number of protons? Can you solve this question? What should we answer? A, B, and C. We have done in class today. Phosphine is pH 3. It's the same question which you have done today. Look at this. This one. Same question. Fine. So more than one option correct. All right. Will not share the results. Not that great because 2 questions were out of syllabus. So we'll practice more and more questions. And I will conclude this class here itself. And we'll take doubts now. So anything which you find difficult in today's class, I would like to interact with students one by one or whatever is the problem. Those who don't have any doubt and still they want to listen to others' doubt can stay. Those who don't have doubt, don't want to listen also, can leave. Tomorrow there will be a physics class. Timing will be 4:50. Ashin sir will be taking that class. Post physics class, tomorrow there is a biology class. And day after tomorrow, again chemistry class is there. And post chemistry class, there is a maths class. Fine. So this will be the sequence. Timetable is already shared with you. Okay, so those who have doubts can raise hand and we can clear one by one all the doubts. Starting from Arshia.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Arshia, please ask.
Sir, actually, I could not understand the question visible on the screen right now. Maybe my net was slow or something. I could not hear you.
No problem. No problem. But did you understand the other part of the class? What all we discussed?
Yes, sir.
That's really good. No problem. Last, ignore the quiz part. That's not very important. We'll have more better questions, right? But at least the whole flow of class you understood, that's more achievable thing, right? If you've done those.
So right now the question visible on the screen, which of the following contains same number of protons? I had a doubt in this question.
Please ask. What is the doubt? The whole question is doubt, or there is like some.
Sir, the whole question, I could not hear. Maybe there was some glitch
Okay.
in my.
Okay, no problem. No problem. So let me explain you that part. See, the question is which of the following contains a number of protons? So they have given 4 options: NH3, H2, HF, PH3. How do we get number of protons first of all? So to get number of protons, we have to see that NH3 has how many number of protons? Yes or no? Or water has how many number of protons? That's the question. Language of question is that. To get NH3's number of protons, I should get nitrogen's number of proton. And there are 3 hydrogens, their number of protons, isn't it? That's what is the purpose of question.
Sir.
So in nitrogen, how many protons are there? We know that atomic number is 7 and protons are same as number of atomic number, right?
Yes, sir.
So 7. Hydrogen is 1, so 1. But how many H are there? 3. So I'll count 1, 1, 1 3 times because there are 3 hydrogens, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
7 plus 3 is 10. Is the first part clear?
Yes.
Likewise, you do the second and third and fourth. Okay. So in second, you have 2 into 1 plus 8, that is 10. In third, you have 1 plus 9, that is 10. In the last, you have 15 plus 1 into 3, that is 18. Is it clear now?
So, sir, what is the answer? Because here they are asking.
Yeah, so answer is ABC. Which of the following contains same number of proton? Answer is A, B, and C. All 3 have same number of proton, which is 10. Get it?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it is more than one option correct kind of question. I repeat, in JEE Mains, they ask single choice, and now they're asking integer type. 5 questions. In JEE Advanced, they ask single choice, more than one, integer type, fraction representation type. Earlier, they used to ask match the column also, multiple match the column also, where like matrix match it is, right? And in NEET, they ask most like simply single choice options, right? This is the pattern of exam. So there are different pattern of exams, but if your concepts are clear, you can solve any question, because this question has been, you can say this question has moved to multiple examination, okay, at different level. So in KVPY, this question has been asked, and JEE Mains it has been asked, and NEET also this question has been asked, right? Some part or other, right? But yeah. Let's go to the next student. Veena is here. Veena has doubt. Yeah, Veena, what's your doubt?
Hello, sir. Ved here.
Yeah.
I have joined by my mother's device. My doubt is, since you have told number of proton is the atomic number, and they are equal, but in the previous question you were showing the number of protons were equal, but you said always it should always be unique. So how is it possible?
Okay. See, unique for 2 different elements. See, if you take
Yes.
phosphorus and you take sodium, their atomic number will never match. You get the point?
Yes.
Acha, I understood. You're saying that how number of protons are same because number of protons are equal to atomic number.
Yeah.
See, in this question, you are having not just one element. You have set of elements, 1 nitrogen, 3 hydrogen. So maths has given me this answer. It's not like that NH3 itself is a what you call atom, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So it is unique for an element. That's true. But
Yes.
is it unique for a molecule? Answer is no. Molecules can have same, no? What the rule is for unique for elements. So
Okay.
2 elements can never have same atomic number for sure.
Yes, sir.
2 elements can never have same number of protons for sure. No doubt about it. Is it
Okay.
clear?
Yes,
But
sir.
if you take different set of elements, you can always make numbers which will match.
Understood.
Yeah, I think it's a good doubt actually. Reasonable doubt. Yeah, good.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
that you're putting this thought. Yeah. Next student. Yuvraj has again doubt. Yeah. Yuvraj, tell me.
Sir, will you share recording of this class?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it will be available. Right? I'll share the drive link. Whatever we have discussed in the class will be available to all of you.
So
Okay.
where,
And later, this will be an application. So in application, you'll just have to click and you can watch the whole recording. That will be more convenient. But please bear with us for next 4-5 days. So we're working on it. Yeah.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other queries? We have with us Komudi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kaumudi.
Sir, I
Excellent.
wanted to ask, like in the same screen, like phosphorus is having like 31 as its mass number. That
Very,
means proton is 15 and neutron is 16.
very
So
good.
if we say like say, there is one neutron more than proton,
Correct.
so won't it make any difficulty or disturb the stability of nucleus?
Yeah, that's again a good question. So see, there are see, if you just talk about not just this example, let's say talk about Fe, for instance. Okay. It is 26 Fe 56. So your neutrons will be 13 number, protons will be 26, right? Or let's say you talk about zinc for that instance. This is 30 and 65. So your protons are 30 and neutrons are 35. What happens when the atomic number increases? This N by P, the value of N by P ratio, it normally exceeds. And when it crosses a particular number of 1.5 or so, 1.4, 1.5 range, this becomes radioactive. Okay. But in the range of 1.2, 1.3, 1.35, it's completely acceptable. Okay. This is like reasonably stable structures. Iron is one of the highest binding capacity. Okay. I hope you get the answer. So N by P
Yes, sir.
value is exactly 1. That's not a truth for all the elements, right? It is equal to 1 for certain elements. For example, 6C12, 7 and 14, 8O 16. But beyond that, like if you see other members, they'll start violating this thing. For example, 11 and 23, it's violated. But magnesium follows. Aluminium again violated. 13 is not 26, it's 27, right? 14 silicon is 30. So they're not following N by P is 1. N by P is 1 is good thing, but N by P is not 1 for higher elements. That's a standard thing. So N by P value increases. If it increases beyond 1.4 or so, it becomes reasonably unstable and it makes the whole thing radioactive. Similarly, there's one more element, 1H1, and you should be surprised to know that N is 0 in this case, and P is 1. So N by P is 0 actually for this, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? And even then, hydrogen exists in nature. So it's not like N by P is 1 is the criteria for stability of anything. Okay.
Okay, sir. So like the ratio should be if it is between till 1.4 to 1.5, it is pretty stable,
Yeah,
but after that it becomes.
No, 1.4, 1.5 itself is unstable. Just see this example. Uranium, 92, uranium 238. Okay. So what is P? P is 92. What is N? 146. Just subtract, you'll get 146. Correct?
Yes.
Take the
yes,
ratio.
sir.
Now the ratio is how much? 92 and 146. You can count it out, right? It is around 1.5 or so. So this
Okay,
gives
sir.
us clarity. Or you take, let's say, for actinium or other members, right? They will have higher values. Okay. So we'll discuss
Yes,
this in
sir.
radiochemistry. Don't worry. Radioactivity part, it will come. Let's go to the next student. Keep asking your doubts because the idea is every doubt should be clarified in class. That's the key thought here. Anyone? If no doubts, we can close. If you have doubt, you can ask. Raise your hand and ask. Okay, fine then, if there's no doubt. I hope you like the session. If yes, you can type 1 or you can just show some thumbs up or something. And we'll make it even more interesting with app. So, but we'll keep that quality of session should be really great and you should learn a lot of things in faster way, efficient way, and in clear-cut way. There should not be any doubt or confusions. That's what is our aim, right? All the best. See you all in the next class. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.